Hi, this is E.T. And you see these men, Andy Bowen and Jack Burke, they're remembered today for fighting the longest boxing bout. It was 110 3-minute rounds. It took 7 hours and 19 minutes. And it took place on April 9, 1893, at New Orleans Olympic Club. Now, first, some background. The U.S. during the 1890s was in turmoil. The Industrial Revolution was transforming the country, pulling into the cities immigrants from Eastern and Southern Europe, from Ireland, from the Far East, and from American farms. And with this came severe economic problems. There was a Great Depression in 1893, the same year this fight took place, bank failures, unemployment, and for whatever reason, maybe because of all these problems, individual fighters, previously unknown by the general public, became stars. They were featured in newspapers and magazines, the first among them being John L. Sullivan. And with the rising popularity of prize fighting among the public came social and legal opposition to it, mainly from the middle class. In the 1890s, boxing was legal only in a few states, mostly where it's difficult to police. Examples, Nevada and New Mexico. And even Louisiana, where this fight took place, on occasion banned prize fighting statewide. Also, during this period, press coverage often provided more hype than truth and did not include important details. So it's in this context that this longest prize fight occurred. In fact, decades prior to 1893, an impromptu bare-knuckle fight did take place, and it was longer. It occurred in New Mexico, 185 rounds. It was over 6 hours, and it resulted in one of the fighters dead. Now, remember this. A round prior to Queensberry lasted until a fighter fell, and that usually happened many times. Well, lightweights Andy Bowen and Jack Burke fought their longest bout under more civilized rules, I think mostly Queensberry, where each round did last 3 minutes with 1 minute rest in between. It was sponsored by the New Orleans Olympic Club. That's where James J. Corbett, 2 years later, will take the heavyweight title from Sullivan. Now, the longest bout, Bowen and Burke, lasted 7 hours, 19 minutes, 110 rounds, into the early morning hours. Now, the newspapers reported that the men who remained to the end were asleep in their seats when referee John Duffy ruled the bout a no contest. Now, Duffy had announced after round, I think it was 108, that he would end it after the next 2 rounds if no clear winner could be found. Accounts differ regarding the damage done to the fighters. Burke was, in different papers, said to have either broken either his wrist or hand in the 14th round, or he broke all of the bones in both of his hands. Well, most agree that Burke was badly hurt in his hands, and he was out of commission for over a month. Bowen came out of it relatively unscathed. He would fight 3 more times, the last being against Kid Levine. Levine knocked Bowen down in the 18th round. The result? Bowen's head struck the hard wooden canvas floor. He never regained consciousness. He died at age 27 the next morning, and the result of that was an increased outcry against prize fighting. Unknown about Bowen's and Burke's longest fight is this. Under which rules did the bout take place? Now, most likely it was mostly Queensberry, but it could very well be that parts of the old Broughton or London, back then, without state boxing commissions, or even official sanctioning bodies. It's unknown if any particular fight is going to take place under any particular body of rules. Well, that's the story. What do you think? Type in your comments below. Subscribe, share. You know the drill. Thank you.